Hi and welcome. This is Elena with Angel Messages with Elena. I want to thank you for joining me in this unboxing. So I have a package. I thought it was from Random House, but I think it is. Hey House has random houses out there because even in the receipt was shipped from the Penguin Random House. So I had to open it up. So I did open it up earlier. So I'm just going to turn it around. There's two Oracle one tarot and one oracle deck. So which one will we choose? So let's go with this one. Okay, so I'm so excited. This is the Divine Feminine Oracle. It is from Meggan Watterson, and the artwork is by Lisbeth Sheaver Jessamine, or Gessamin. And it's a 53 card deck with a guidebook embodying love. So the reason why I chose this deck is because I want to help others to build confidence, to appreciate themselves, and to find self-love. I know different periods of my life really struggled being an abused woman. And I mean, for like 30, I think it was like 37 years of being abused from my mom and my ex-husband. So it's nice to finally get freedom. All right, so here is the beautiful guidebook, and the guidebook has over 225 pages because it goes into talking about the artist as well, which is beautiful because I'll probably follow her as well. While I have a burner going, this is a resin burner. What's in here is cedar and frankincense and palo santo. I use cedar for smudging. I figure evil things cannot bother you if you do cedar. Cedar helps when you are having a cold and when you're not feeling good. It helps like if you have bronchitis as well. So is cedar wood the oil. Here I used the oil, and I also used it in my angel blessing. That it will go into my angel blessing. I'm thinking ahead. But my Christmas blessing candle, my second one that I did, I used all essential oils and glitter because my guardians like it. So the reason why I'm smudging this is because you just don't know who has touched this or other intentions that is in here as well. So we just give it a nice cleansing, and then I'll show you how I charge the cards as well. All right, so it doesn't take that much, and then I'll turn this off and let it smolder. I have my window open over here, so not to worry, and hopefully I won't be coughing while I charge this like I did in my other unboxing. All right, so how I do the charge is I hold the cards in a U shape, the top, and then the bottom, the pinkies. I don't know, it's like the index finger on top and the pinky finger on the bottom, and then I hold it over my heart. So you want to think, in order to open up your chakra for the heart, you want to think or pray about unconditional love, the love that encompasses everything and more. I pray to God. He shows me miracles all the time. So yeah, and I already feel my heart chakra opening, because when you go through a cleansing and your body is clean on the inside, you will feel a vibration within you. And I also cleansed myself and anointed myself with oil. This is the sanctification process of the priest and of the articles of the church. And we do know that the church represents the body, our body. So our body should be treated as a temple, as pure as can be. So then I put the cards against me, and you could do it with the whole box and everything. It doesn't matter. And then it changes your environment as well. Father, I adore you. And sometimes words escape me. So then I just, keep thinking of the undying love of God. Father, I adore you. Lay my life before you. How I love you. Mother, I adore you. Lay my life before you. How I love you. So, yeah, and I can feel like the energy of my love going into these cards, because they will vibrate as well. Yeah, what a beautiful message. But and these cards are matted, so there's no shine to it, and these will shuffle really nice. So let's go ahead and I will show you. It's just, other people is like how you shuffle. I tend to shuffle all of mine upright, and if there's something in here that turns reverse, it's for an alignment. So I do mine from side to side, and these shuffle really good. So I want to give them good shuffles, and then just I do this a few times. Some people like to separate your decks into piles, and I don't. So sometimes I'm led to do that, but yeah, it's just basically shuffle. And then I'll shuffle this way. And like, see, this card's already stopped. So let's see what this card is. So this is Lilith, the first woman, which I love. And it says, I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I deserve to live. Amen. I love that. And yeah, Lilith. Okay, so we're going to put her back in, because I want, let's tilt this up so you can see me a little bit too. I want to find out what is your strength, what is your heart, and what is your challenge. And this is for anybody who comes to this mini reading. And then we'll look at through the book and how the guidebook responds to it. So thank you, angels, for using me as a tool. Thank you, Father and Mother God. Thank you, my ancestors and the animal totems. May these beautiful cards of love of sacred feminine come before us. What is on our hearts today? See, and that's already stuck. What is... Let's put this back in, because I want to do what's our strength, because we already got heart. So what is our strength? So if you mess up, that's okay. What is our strength today? So I did middle first, and then our last is what's our challenge or obstacle to that we can face together head on. And then sometimes they kind of get stuck, they're not pulled. I usually, if something like that gets stuck, and there's two, I may even keep two, or I'll keep the bottom. Either a second or a third card, because 2s and 3s are very powerful for me. All right, so these are beautiful. These are lovely. So Elizabeth did an excellent job on these. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to show. Let's pull this card. It's on the back side. Now, this is a sign of not only vagina, because that is our kundalini energy, is through the vagina and the lips, and how the birthing process comes through. But also, this is part of the fish, because they added an end to it. So it's a fish. So fish in Christian culture is the hidden messages of the goddess culture. So when you see the fish, it's about the feminine, not the masculine. So that took a while, but I've been teaching this for about 8 years. And yeah, the goddess cultures is returning, but not only goddess culture, but the goddess, the divine mother, divine daughter, divine bride, who's embodied into the church, but is coming through all of us, because the things that the church did was all the things that she had to do when she came. So the going through the labyrinth, the the maze, and putting herself back together, she had to do that in a very fast time in order for a lot of changes to happen. Okay, so what is on our hearts? So on our hearts, this is our middle card, this is the second. Saint Brigid. Saint Brigid, it says, Our Lady of Exalted Light. I give endlessly because of light is without end. My soul is all I need. And I really love that they have the saints in here, because I've learned a lot about the saints. Now there's the contents in here, so you can look up the contents. They are by alphabetical order. So Saint Brigid is 166. Let's see what the guidebook has to say. Who she is. Saint Brigid represents the elevated state of knowing that we have everything we could ever need. Brigid was born in Ireland in 453, the daughter of an enslaved Pict woman named Braca. Brigid's name comes from the Celtic Briganti, meaning high or exalted. It is said that the moment the king witnessed Brigid's generosity, he knew that she was the holy and set her free. Brigid shares the name of the Celtic goddess Brigid and took on many of the same attributes. St. Brigid's feast day is on Imbolc, the first day of February, which is also the day that the goddess Brigid is honored. Around 480, St. Brigid founded a monastery at Kildare on the site of a shrine to the goddess Brigid. There were priestesses who tended to the goddess's eternal flame and received spiritual instruction in honoring the goddess. Isn't that really cool? But you didn't know about that. St. Brigid is credited with organizing a communal and consecrated form of religious life for women on the same sacred grounds. Tradition says that St. Brigid died on Imbolc in 525, which is the first day of February. She had a female companion named Dar Lugdac, who became her successor as the abbess of Kildare. Dar Lugdac also died on Imbolc a year later. Wow, February 1st is a very powerful day, which St. Brigid had predicted. The abbey at Kildare that St. Brigid founded became the center of religion and learning and developed into a cathedral city. It remains famous and revered today. So when our soul selects her card, as it did today, St. Brigid lived in an alignment with the highest, most exalted aspect of her being. She was born a slave, and yet legend relates that she gave away anything she possibly could to help those in need. Her generosity was an indication of the tremendous inner wealth she received from her connection to spirit. Her message to us is to reconnect to that inner fire, the eternal flame that feeds us more than anything external to us ever could. Read poetry and what it feels like sacred scripture to your soul. Let your soul voice surface through some uncensored automatic writing. Automatic writing is a way that spirits, that our angels, and that divine talks to us. So you don't think about it, you ask a question, sometimes just to get started. It's like, how are you here to help me? Now, the difference between ego and, letting the voices that puts us down is that your spirit, your divine, is all about love. Goddess is all about love. So when those things come in, it's like, scratch that out. It's like, no, that's not it. and rewrite it, and then just write whatever comes to mind. This is intuition, and this is how you start hearing from God and hearing from the angels. Okay, so, or let your soul guide your body through movement. Your answers right now are in releasing any attachments to personal possessions, clearing space, uncluttering your home, giving away that what you don't need or someone needs more than you do, so that you have the sacred space to remember just how much you have when your soul is loud and ever present within you. And your soul voice meditation is, what can I clear out of my space that no longer resonates with me? Okay, so then your intention and your thoughts, and your attention will align with feeling as well, because you have to kind of have that in order to have the intention. Is, I give endlessly because the light is without end. My soul is all I need. So that is on your heart, is clearing away to make room for soul space. Saint Brigid was also the one who saw Mary at what is it called? The Grotto Hill. The Grotto Hill, where there was water, and Mary, mother, came to her and said that this is a very pure place and a holy place, and those who come and cleanse in the waters become healed. We also have a place here which there's not been an apparition or a spirit that's ever come, but they have made it in celebration of the, I think it's the 50 years of Grotto Hill. So we have a Grotto Hill in San Javier in southern Tucson. All right, so what is our strength? And our strength is Anadamayama, the joy permeated mother. Now I'm getting into words I don't know. This is always fun. It's like, I am my own guru. Ooh, I know the self that never changes. This is your strength, that you are your own healer. You are the guru. Is like people who are enlightened and ascended, masters such as myself, who are coming to help other people, who's worked on our own selves, crossed that finish line, and now we're coming back and we're helping others. So that's very cool. And she's on number 68. I am my own guru. Okay, who was she? She represents the essence of the expansive joy that comes when we remember our true self. Nirmala Sundari, which means beautiful one in Bengali, was born in the late 19th century in what is now Bangladesh. So this is in India. Her family questioned her mental stability because from an early age she was found in bhavas, or ecstatic state of bliss. At 13, she was married to a man she would later name Bholanath. He supported her life as a mystic and saint. Ooh, I love that man. At 26, Nirmala enacted her own spiritual initiation. The ceremony and rites were spontaneously revealed to her from within. She explains, as the master, I revealed the mantra. As the disciple, I accepted it and started to recite it. In the 1920s, she set up the Kali temple and devoted her life to spiritual practices. She began to be recognized as a living embodiment of the divine feminine and as the incarnation of Kali as divine love. Her first disciple named her the Anadamayama. I probably said that wrong. I apologize. Joy permeated mother, because her blissful states would inspire others to remember their innate path of joy. Amen. So she had an enlightenment at very early age. Her profound spiritual teachings began to attract scholars, philosophers, artists, and other contemporary mystics like the Paramahasi Yogananda. She refused to be called a guru, insisting that we are all ultimately one self. She loved all living creatures exactly the same, including herself. No favoritism here. She gave the red thread to women for this reason, which was sacred right of bestowing spiritual authority previously only given to men. So that is right, is given back to us. So this is your strength. Okay, so when our soul selects this card, There is a passage in the autobiography of a yogi by this Paramahansa Yogananda that relates an encounter he had with her. He asked her why she is always so filled with joy and can enter states of bliss instantly. She explains to him that she's aware of her true self. She knows that before she came to earth, she was the same. As a little girl and later when she grew into a woman, still she was the same. And now sitting in front of the Yogananda, she remains the same. And even after death, she says, though the dance of creation changes around me, I shall be the same. This is the self-realization merging with that aspect within us that never changes. It's becoming conscious of the self that is eternal while within this brief mortal existence. She believed that the only true calling or purpose any of us have is to become realized. And so she believed that any action we take toward that goal is sacred. There's a deep, calm, abiding joy that arrives when we can merge with the aspect of us that never changes. There is a bliss we get to experience every time we detach from the surface storms that cause chaos in our lives. We can remember that we are the guru, that we are an aspect of the divine that remains same no matter how much change surrounds us. When we get to arrive at a joy that lives at the core of our being. So the soul voice meditation, I wanted to say soul source. Am I thinking the soy sauce too? What does joy feel like in my body? So contemplate that, because you have that strength and that is within you. So your thought and intention that permeates through you is, I am my own guru. I know the self that never changes. So now, what is our challenge or obstacle for today? All right, here is the Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. In the goddess power deck, she is about self-mastery. So this is the essence of who I am, flows effortlessly into everything I create. So you may feel like you're kind of stuck. So let's go ahead and see what her message is. Number 80. Saraswati represents the self-knowledge of who we are so that nothing impedes the flow of creativity from the soul. Her name is a fusion of the Sanskrit words for essence and oneself. Saraswati's name translates then as the one who leads to the essence of self-knowledge. She is a part of the Hindu goddess Trinity, the Tridevi, together with the Parvati and Lakshmi. All three goddesses help the trinity of Hindu gods Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva to create, maintain, and regenerate the universe. The earliest mention of Saraswati is in the Brigid, a collection of ancient sacred texts that date back to 1500 BCE. She is sometimes referred to as the mother of the Vedas and is understood to be the personification of knowledge. Students appeal to her for assistance on exams, and writers and artists pray to her to remove all the obstacles, that keep them from being a clear conduit for the creativity that wants to come through them. She is considered to be the river goddess, or a feminine deity with healing, flowing waters. She is venerated as a goddess of music, the arts, and learning because of this association with waters that heal and purify. I'm kind of glad because part of my name means water. I've been going by Lynn for a long time. In Celtic, that means water. So I really resonate with this. Her iconography often associates her with the white lotus, symbolizing the purity of wisdom her energy brings. So when our soul selects her card, when we are aligned with the essence of who we are, then what needs to be communicated through us, whether with words or music or can flow. When our creativity feels blocked or stagnant, it isn't because the waters have dried up. We might fear this, but the truth is that self-awareness is the key to unlocking the creative flow. When we take the time to return to the essence of who we really are and nurture that essence, we align again with the river of expression that the soul generates. Saraswati is the reminder that anything we create can't that purifies us in the process of making it is a blessing. Okay, it's a blessing. Our art should be judged not on popularity but on power to transform us. Saraswati is a call to return to the essence of our true self. The energy of our card is a charge for more self-knowledge, more awareness of our own unique soul, and what our needs are in the moment. She leads us back into the finely attuned space where we can express with ease and grace what the soul desires most to share. And that energy feels like a river moving through us. It heals, it liberates, and inspires others to return to their own essence as well. So, our soul voice meditation is, what is the one word to describe the essence of my true self? Mine is horse. Always has been horses. So yeah, that has a lot to say. Okay, so our thought and intention that should flow through us is the essence of who I am flows effortlessly into everything I create. So you may feel blocked, but not only into self-awareness, I think a lot of it is to be true and authentic to yourself. When you doodle, when you make music, when you just do something creative, it actually opens up your spiritual abilities. As an artist, I've seen this and felt this. I get clear in my head, and I feel more spiritual. That things come to me as epiphanies, but it's a language that I talk as I'm doing things. So instead of just saying it aloud, it's just like my soul is communicating and communing with God and with the angels all the time. Just whenever I do art, when I sing, and you don't even have to make a voice. All you have to do is do art. So even if you feel blocked, I think a lot of it is because of fear. Fear because of failure, basically. And art is the most awesome thing that we can give to the world. So don't let anyone try to take that away from you. So beautiful, beautiful cards. Our heart is about Saint Brigid, Our Lady of Exalted Light. Our strength is on the Maya, the joy-permeated mother, and Saraswati, the goddess of self-knowledge. So continue to gain knowledge, and it's constantly learning. So you learned about yourself, you learned about how to create, you learn how to replicate it, you learn how to put things in there so people such as myself can see abstract and can tell the energies and the reflections, and that's what we do. So thank you for joining me, and you share and give me some hearts, and I really appreciate that. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.